Explosive champions, league action as Arsenal fights for a crucial draw against Bayer Leverkusen. We've got the full breakdown of that nail-biting 1-1 first-leg tie, with a late penalty drama that had everyone on the edge of their seats. But wait, it gets even more historic. Did you know Arsenal just matched a rare, decade-old record in this match? We dive into the numbers and what it means for the Gunners moving forward. And what about the manager? Mikel Arteta is speaking out after the Leverkusen clash, delivering a fierce promise to Arsenal fans about what's to come in the second leg. You won't want to miss his reaction. Finally, we're shifting gears to the world of gaming, where a beloved icon is facing an uncertain future. We've got the latest on the situation that has fans buzzing. Stick around and be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Leverkusen nearly pulls off a home win against Arsenal, but a late penalty snatches a draw. In the first leg of their Champions League round of 16 clash, Arsenal secured a vital 1-1 draw away at Bayer Leverkusen. The Gunners will be looking to leverage their home advantage in the second leg, but they'll need a stronger performance than what they showed in Germany. The match at the Bayer Arena saw Leverkusen take the lead through Robert Andrich from a second-half corner. Despite a largely defensive approach from the home side, Arsenal struggled to break them down for much of the game. Their attack, particularly from wingers Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, lacked its usual dynamism, with both players struggling to make a significant impact. It was a bold substitution by Mikel Arteta, bringing on Noni Madueke, that ultimately changed the game. Madueke's pace and directness unsettled the Leverkusen defense, leading to the penalty that Kai Havertz coolly converted against his former club. Fans and pundits are debating the referee's decisions throughout the match, particularly around Robert Andrich's early challenge and the late penalty award. While Arsenal fans might feel they got a lucky break with the penalty, Leverkusen's opener itself was preceded by a questionable challenge that many felt should have resulted in a red card for Andrich. The 1-1 scoreline sets up a tense second leg at the Emirates Stadium. Will Arsenal turn this draw into a victory on home turf? And what about that historic stat that emerged from this very match? Arsenal matches a historic, decade-old record in their Champions League draw with Bayer Leverkusen. In a game that saw Arsenal earn a hard-fought 1-1 draw against Bayer Leverkusen in the first leg of their Champions League tie, a surprising historical footnote emerged. For only the second time in the club's major European history, the Gunners conceded a goal in the very first minute of the second half. The goal came from Robert Andrich, assisted by a potent set-piece from Alejandro Grimaldo, catching Arsenal's defense off guard immediately after the halftime break. This echoes a similar event back in 2010 when Zlatan Ibrahimovic scored for Barcelona within the first minute of the second half against Arsenal. Manager Mikel Arteta acknowledged his team's lapse in concentration, admitting they were warned about Leverkusen's set-piece routines and quick starts, but failed to execute their defensive responsibilities. While Kai Havertz's late penalty secured a draw and kept Arsenal's hopes alive, the concession of such an early second-half goal highlights a concerning vulnerability. The Gunners will be keenly aware of this statistic as they prepare for the second leg, especially given their strong home record, which has guaranteed them home advantage for the return fixture. Can Arsenal overcome this historical blip and secure their place in the next round? And what fiery promise is Mikel Arteta making to the fans after this performance? Mikel Arteta vows Arsenal will be better, after tough Leverkusen draw, promising a strong second-leg performance. Following Arsenal's 1-1 draw against Bayer Leverkusen in the first leg of their Champions League knockout tie, manager Mikel Arteta expressed both frustration and determination. Despite a late equalizer from Kai Havertz, Arteta made it clear that his team did not perform to their full potential and has pledged significant improvement for the return leg at the Emirates Stadium. Arteta acknowledged the difficulty of playing away in the Champions League, especially against a well-organized side like Leverkusen. He specifically pointed to defensive lapses on set pieces, admitting that his players were warned about Leverkusen's tendencies, but still conceded. He praised the impact of substitute Noni Maduc, whose direct play and bravery led to the penalty that salvaged the draw, recognizing it as a key quality he relies on. However, the overall performance left much to be desired, with Arsenal struggling to create clear-cut chances for large parts of the match. The Arsenal boss is clearly not satisfied, stating that while they understood the emotional demands of the game, their level of execution needs to improve dramatically. He emphasized that adaptation and better execution will be key in the second leg, promising a more dynamic and effective performance from his squad. The draw, while not a defeat, has certainly raised the stakes for the home leg. Arsenal fought back for a draw, but will their home advantage be enough? And in the world of gaming, is a legendary character facing an unexpected end? Was the late penalty call right? Why did Saka struggle? Arsenal's Champions League draw with Bayer Leverkusen sparks debate. Arsenal's first-leg Champions League clash against Bayer Leverkusen ended in a 1-1 draw, but the match was far from straightforward, leaving fans and pundits dissecting key moments and performances. The late penalty awarded to Arsenal, converted by Kai Havertz, secured a crucial equalizer, but questions linger about its legitimacy and Bukayo Saka's subdued performance. Leverkusen took the lead in the second half through Robert Andrich. Arsenal's attacking threat, particularly from Bukayo Saka, was largely neutralized by Leverkusen's disciplined defense. Saka, often a talisman for the Gunners, found himself stifled, leading Mikel Arteta to substitute him for the more dynamic Noni Maduc. It was Maduc's late run into the box that drew a foul, resulting in the penalty. While some viewed the call as soft, replays showed contact with Malik Tillman's foot, and with the on-field decision made, VAR upheld it. This penalty draw balanced out the controversy surrounding Leverkusen's opening goal, which many felt should have seen defender Robert Andrich receive a second yellow card earlier in the match. The draw sets up an intriguing second leg, but the performance has raised concerns. Arteta acknowledged his team's struggles with execution and defensive awareness, particularly on set pieces. The match served as a reality check after recent successes, reminding Arsenal of the high stakes and intense competition in the Champions League knockout stages. Arsenal salvaged a draw, but the questions about their performance remain. What's next for a legendary gaming character facing an uncertain future? All right, let's do a quick recap. Arsenal battled Bayer Leverkusen to a 1-1 draw in a tense Champions League first leg. We saw a historic concession for the Gunners, but Mikel Arteta is promising a stronger showing back home. And in gaming news, a beloved icon's future is hanging in the balance. That's all for today, but don't go anywhere. Smash that like button, subscribe for more daily updates, ring that notification bell so you never miss a video, drop a comment with your thoughts on these stories, and follow us on all our social media channels for even more exclusive content. We'll see you in the next one.